Hey guys, Jeff here. Quick update. I haven't made a video in a while. I apologize for that, but I've been kind of out of commission. As many of you know, um, every time I started chemo, I would have intestinal problems. And on April 1st, I got home from chemo. And that evening when I stood up out of my chair, my intestine perforated. And I ended up driving myself to the hospital, which was dumb, but I had to get there. Was in excruciating pain, and then underwent emergency surgery because I had perforated my intestine. They did that first surgery laparoscopically, so I ended up with four small incisions. They cut out part of my intestine, about 16 inches of it, and then made me a stoma coming out my belly. And I'm on a colostomy bag, which I don't wish that on anybody. It is an absolutely awful experience. But anyway, long story short, my stoma began turning black and dying, and they had to do another emergency surgery. It's all kind of a blur. I don't know if it was the next day or 2-3 days later. I'm not sure. I was on such heavy drugs in the hospital that most of it's a blur. But they ended up taking out, in total, nearly 5 feet of my intestine, large intestine, and I have just enough to reconnect when this is all done, hopefully. The second surgery, they opened me wide up from about my belt buckle to just a little bit below my sternum. And woof, I tell you what, the recovery has been pretty brutal. I spent the entire month of April in the hospital, got home here at the beginning of May, and it's been rough. I'm finally getting around to where I'm feeling a little bit better and can move a little more freely. Able to go out and take a walk and, get up and down from a chair pretty easy and stuff like that, but it's still pretty rough. I started back on chemo today, and hopefully all goes well. I don't know how long I'm going to have to do chemo now after all these start and stops, if those original start and stops helped, or if it's all a cumulative thing or whatever. But to give you an idea, I went from 223 pounds at the beginning of all this. I weighed in this morning at 161. So I feel like skin and bones. You can't really see me if I stood up. Those of you who see me routinely would be like, God dang. I just look at, myself in the mirror like skin and bones. But hopefully I can put some weight back on here, get through this chemo, and move on with life. There is a plan at the end of this, hopefully, to reconnect my intestine, and get off the colostomy bag, because if you know someone or have ever been through it, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It's a kind of an awful experience, but anyway, I am alive, and grateful and truly appreciative. My daughter and my guy Jimmy, one of my best. I appreciate Jim as a friend more than most people could understand. He's been a brother. He's been good to me. And while in the hospital, embarrassingly, I found out that he and my daughter both had done GoFundMes. Those who don't know my lifestyle, it's been about 15 years ass kickings financially since the crash of the economy. In what I do, I'm 100% commission, and obviously I'm not working. They did GoFundMes, which, the initial sting of the embarrassment was a little bit a shot to my manhood, but I am so appreciative of everybody that contributed. Without you, I'd be in big trouble. So just know that you've helped save a life financially, that's for sure. And keep everything on track for me. So as soon as I am able to get back to it, I can get back to not only kicking cancer's ass, but kicking work's ass and move on and do good in life. So I appreciate all of you for the support. and the kind words, the cards, the the phone calls, the text messages, the messengers, every little bit of it means so much to me. I have people in my life that I didn't know they cared so much, and it's very obvious that they genuinely do. So I appreciate you all, love you, and keep cheering me on while I kick cancer's ass. Here we go. Thanks, guys.